It was a cold Saturday morning when Thomas Langley, CEO of one of the largest tech firms in Chicago, stepped out of his black sedan into a quiet, working-class neighborhood he hadn't visited in years. He wasn't there for a meeting or a press event, just a walk. Lately, his heart felt heavier than his title. The layoffs last month haunted him, especially one name, Amanda Price, a single mother who'd worked at the company for 9 years before her position was eliminated in a restructuring. He'd signed the papers without blinking. She was just a line in a long document. But that morning, he needed air, real air, not the filtered kind in glass towers. As he turned a corner, the sound of children laughing stopped him. A small cardboard sign sat propped on a crooked lawn chair. Puppy for sale, $20. Behind it stood a tiny girl with tangled blonde curls, shivering in her coat, holding a squirming golden-brown puppy. Her cheeks were red from the cold, but her eyes, wide and unsure, met his with unexpected calm. She looked no older than 6. "Hi there," Thomas said gently, approaching. "What's your puppy's name?" The little girl hesitated. "Her name is Penny. We're selling her. But only to someone nice." Thomas kneeled, surprised by the mix of maturity and innocence in her voice. "Why are you selling her?" She glanced at the small house behind her. Its paint was peeling, and the porch light was broken. "Mommy lost her job. She cries at night when she thinks I'm asleep. She said she can't buy my birthday cake this year. So I thought, if I sell Penny, maybe she won't cry anymore." Then, just above a whisper, she added, "Please buy our puppy." Thomas froze. He looked again at the girl. And in an instant, it hit him. The face, he'd seen it before, in the photo on Amanda Price's desk. The drawing on her cubicle wall that said, "Mommy's hero." This was her daughter. The little girl had no idea who he was. No idea he was the man responsible for her mother's pain. His throat tightened. He stood, swallowing the lump of guilt rising in his chest. I'd love to buy Penny," he said softly. "But only if you and your mom agree." The girl beamed and ran inside. Moments later, Amanda stepped out. Her hair was pulled back in a messy bun, eyes tired, wearing an old sweatshirt with a small tear at the sleeve. She stopped cold when she saw him. "Mr. Langley," she breathed, her face a mixture of confusion and disbelief. Thomas raised his hand quickly, trying to ease the tension. "Amanda, I didn't know. I mean, I just happened to walk by. Your daughter, she's remarkable." Amanda looked down, embarrassed. "I didn't know she was out here selling the puppy until just now. I'm sorry. It's been hard lately." He nodded, ashamed. "I came here to clear my head. But instead, I found a little girl trying to fix what I broke." Silence settled between them until he added, "You were never just a number to me. But I acted like you were. That was my failure." Amanda's eyes filled with tears, but she said nothing. Her daughter stood between them, petting Penny's head. "I want to make it right," Thomas said. "Not just with money, but with meaning. We're launching a new division, a remote support program for single parents re-entering the workforce. I want you to help lead it. From home. Full benefits, flexible hours." Amanda's hand covered her mouth in disbelief. "Why? Why are you doing this?" He looked down at the little girl, who was now smiling and cuddling the puppy she didn't have to give up. "Because your daughter reminded me that even the smallest voices carry the greatest truth. And sometimes, they whisper exactly what we need to hear." 1 year later. A photo hung in the break room of the new remote division headquarters, Amanda, her daughter, and Penny, now fully grown, smiling under a banner that read, "Every life has worth. Every voice matters." Thomas visited often, not as a boss, but as a friend. And every time he saw that little girl, he remembered the day a whisper changed everything. True leadership isn't measured by power or profit, it's defined by the courage to correct your mistakes, the humility to listen, and the compassion to act when it matters most.